major shakeup in Baltimore City after the mayor replaces Police Commissioner Kevin Davis. The new interim commissioner, Darryl D'Souza, says he understands city residents want change, and it's going to happen soon. WJZ has a team of reporters covering the change at the top of the police department. Let's start with WJZ investigator Mike Helgren. He is live at City Hall with the big move and what's next. Mike?
Denise, I'll tell you what's happening right now. There are waves of uniformed officers hitting some of the most troubled neighborhoods in Baltimore. But there are also some questions tonight about whether a new commissioner who's so entrenched in the department can really bring the change the city needs.
This is my choice, and welcome to your new position.
Baltimore's mayor welcomed Darryl D'Souza as the city's next police commissioner just hours after she fired Kevin Davis, who'd been on the job less than 3 years. The mayor said violent crime was the reason for the change.
Crime is now spilling out all over the city, and we've got to focus. So I'm charging this commissioner and his staff to get on top of it, to reduce the numbers and to reduce them quickly.
Murders spiked after the riots that followed Freddie Gray's death in 2015 and reached a per capita record of 343 last year and 11 in just 19 days this year.
The priority as of this moment right now, it's really simple. It's just a really simple priority, and that's violent reduction.
I'd like to ask Commissioner Kevin Davis from Baltimore to come up.
Davis leaves with 2 years on his contract and a 6-figure payout. He just got back from a crime conference in Chicago focused on a new predictive crime strategy using computer-driven data to forecast where violence will happen and stop it, a strategy his successor will continue. Commissioner D'Souza already started flooding high crime areas with uniformed officers.
I love this concept. It's a proven concept in some other different cities.
Thank you, students. Thank you so much.
D'Souza is a Morgan State grad who's been on the force for 30 years. He faces questions about whether an insider can deliver different results.
And I have a real strong message for the trigger pullers is that we're coming after them. It's going to be accelerated pace. The district commanders in all 9 districts know who they are, and we're coming after them. And I want to let everybody know it's going to be done in a constitutional manner.
And former Commissioner Kevin Davis leaves with a $150,000 severance package. As of this point, no one else has been fired. Live at City Hall, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Mike, thank you. Let's turn now to Rick Ritter, live with reaction to the decision from city leaders. Rick?
Well, Vic, many weren't surprised. They had a feeling this was coming with the record violence. The president of the FOP says morale within the department under Davis suffered greatly. He calls this a very crucial time for the city. After manning the ship through some of the city's toughest times, Commissioner Kevin Davis is gone as Baltimore turns to a new leader.
There's a lot of things going on in this town that a lot of people want some change to happen.
Once the news broke early Friday morning, city leaders wasted no time weighing in.
I, for one, am very pleased with the choice that she made.
Councilman Brandon Scott, who's worked with new Commissioner Darryl D'Souza for years.
This is actually who I suggested should be the police commissioner in 2015 when Commissioner Batts was fired.
Scott, not the only one backing the move. City Council President Jack Young released a statement saying he stands firmly behind Mayor Pugh's decision. Former Baltimore City Police Commissioner Ed Norris.
When things go bad, and they usually do, it's a very short-lived job, police commissioner in this town. They're always the ones people point to when they're the ones that suffer the brunt of the anger.
Davis found himself in the midst of record violence and several high-profile murders. Owner of the Baltimore Tattoo Museum, Chris Keaton.
There's a lack of thought about the fellow man in this town right now.
Just weeks ago, one of Keaton's longtime employees was gunned down in front of his shop, a case that was solved quickly as he worked closely with a caring commissioner.
Caring doesn't make the stats change, but, you know, it helped me and helped some of us feelings-wise, at least.
Lieutenant Gene Ryan with the Baltimore City FOP released a statement saying, in part, for too long, our members have been working under extremely difficult circumstances and the morale has suffered greatly. We're confident this move will bring about positive changes. Governor Larry Hogan was asked about the firing. He says he looks forward to discussing it with Mayor Pugh. In the past, Hogan has expressed confidence in Davis to reduce violence, but not in Mayor Pugh. Denise.
All right, thank you, Rick. Now we go live to Tracy Leong. She has how the community is reacting to a new interim commissioner and the promise of change. Tracy?
Well, Denise, the response has been mixed on Davis's firing. Some say it's a good start to create a new plan on reducing violence, while others say changing the commissioner will have little impact.
Not going to happen here.
Baltimore is reacting to the news of Commissioner Kevin Davis.
He should have never been hired.
Very surprised. I thought we were going to do okay.
Starting fresh is going to help Baltimore out because we'll be able to see like what's being changed and what's not being changed.
Responses may vary on Davis's firing, but the city stands strong on creating a new plan to fight the ongoing violence.
Change of commissioners is just one solution, but you got to get around in the city and deal with the people on a one-on-one basis.
A community now left wondering if this move will even make a difference.
It's going to take time, no matter who you put in there, to kind of clean up this drugs and violence, a lot of shooting.
Some say switching out the leadership is merely putting a Band-Aid on the real issues that need to be addressed.
The commissioner inherited a mess.
Community activist Erica Alston-Buck believes even with Davis out, the problems will remain the same unless Baltimore makes crucial changes.
That takes mental health, that takes substance abuse, that takes jobs, that takes housing. If we could address those problems, we'd see the crime rate go down, because then people have hope. They can believe in the communities that they live in.
Deep-rooted issues that need to be fixed, going beyond the commissioner's replacement. And something we keep hearing is the need to strengthen the relationship between police and the communities that they serve so they can ultimately work better together. Reporting live, Tracy Leong for WJZ.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Be sure to stay with WJZ on air and online as we continue to bring you the latest on the new interim commissioner and his plans for Baltimore City.